G'day crew, and welcome to another episode of Tube Time Tuesday. I'm Oscar Pelazon. Cracking day here down at South Trig Beach. Sun shining, surf's pumping, a couple of tubes on offer. So before I get my fill, I want to have a chat to you today about a saying that's crept into the business vernacular. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Now, the saying culture eats strategy for breakfast, that's been attributed to the management consultant and author Peter Drucker. He's considered one of the most influential thinkers in the field of leadership and management. Now, what Peter was trying to get business leaders to do was get away from a single-minded focus on strategy, often to the detriment of the people in the organisation. He was wanting business leaders to think about their people, not just strategy. Because without attracting and retaining good people, you've got Buckley's chance of implementing a strategy, no matter how good that strategy is. But what I'm seeing at the moment, and what I'm hearing at the moment, is almost a sycophantical focus on culture, with very little discussion as to, what is good strategy. What's the saying? There's no zealot like the converted. And my view is that culture and strategy are not mutually exclusive. It's not one or the other, or one over the other. It's making sure that you have both and that they are well aligned and authentic. A great culture is important, but without a great strategy, that is how you're going to compete in a crowded marketplace, how you're going to get your business from where it is to where your vision for your business is, you won't have a successful business. In fact, one without the other is going to result in poor business outcomes for everyone, for you, for your team, for your clients. So the way I look at it, it's like completing a jigsaw. Purpose, your culture, your vision, your strategy, they're all key elements of completing the jigsaw of business. So let me explain. Purpose, your mission, right, is the why. Well, for jigsaws, I like completing jigsaws because I love problem solving. Chews up some time, helps me forget the dramas of the day, and it's a challenge. Jigsaws provide me with a challenging problem to solve, right? Culture, our values. For me, it may be persistence, the ability to continue on in the face of adversity. And on a 1,000-piece jigsaw, that's a useful thing to value, right? Otherwise, it's very easy to go, nah, this is all too hard. Sweep up the pieces and chuck them back in the box, right? Vision, well, that's the photo on the cover of the box, right? That's what the finished jigsaw is going to look like. It's the destination. It's what you're wanting to create. And without that picture, all the pieces mean nothing, right? Strategy. This is how do I go about changing a pile of jumbled pieces to that finished picture? Do I start by forming the corners of the jigsaw? Do I create the frame first? Do I group all the coloured tiles before starting? Or do I pick an obvious piece of the final image to begin with, right? If any of these pieces of the business jigsaw is missing, success is either going to be stunted and possibly impossible. Possibly impossible? Just impossible. Each of these should be in place and need to be aligned. Each of these needs to be authentic. What is important to you? What will enable you to live it, not have to sell it? And then you can leverage that as a filter for the decisions that you make and the actions that you're going to take in your business to ensure that you stay on track to building the business that you dream of and that you deserve. And that's it for me today. Look forward to seeing you next week for another episode of Tube Time Tuesday. Happy days. You.